Sky Talk, instant reaction to a signing that we've made today. It's 11 o'clock. It feels like it could be a busy day. We kind of had a little bit of almost a teaser last night that we'd signed. Well, today we're going to make a couple of signings, possibly even a managerial announcement, and we've started early, 11 o'clock. Dr. David Rhodes did join last night as part of a restructuring of sort of the backroom staff. That sounded promising, sounded interesting, comes with a lot of experience. So, you know, you'd imagine that he's definitely in the loop of what's happening and that he would join a club that's on the up. So positives there. We've had, already a tweet about Jody. We've had a tweet, a couple of other tweets as well today, and that's been very quiet for a number of days. So maybe today is the day we get quite a lot of information all in one. I don't know. If that does happen, if we do get a managerial announcement, myself and George will be live this evening or whenever it's going to be. I'm going to butcher this, but we've signed Tom Iorpenda, I'm going to go for. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will. Any Huddersfield fans, correct me. He's come on loan from Huddersfield, 20-year-old central midfielder. Looks to be sort of that George Abbott type player we got last season on loan. He was halted by injuries last year, unfortunately. I did see that back in August 24, which would have been last pre-season, he was sort of being touted as someone that could have a big part in the Huddersfield campaign last year, but that didn't happen due to injury. And obviously we love to sign an injured player, don't we? But no, he is back and will be ready for the start of pre-season. It does say in the not statement. Central midfielder coming in, maybe that George Abbott role. I still think we need more in that midfield this season to compete, but what stood out for me instantly, and I think it stood out to quite a few people on social media, is that he's 6'3". And I think last year, and it's already been mentioned in that statement last night, we massively with physicality. We were bullied by teams. I can think of so many teams who are absolutely, Salford, for example, bullied us both games. We're bullied by Wimbledon in the final 3 of the 4 games we played against them. And addressing that is something that I think is a massive positive. In that statement yesterday, also it was talked about sort of learning from our mistakes last season. So that's the first thing I'm really happy with. 6'3". Energetic box-to-box midfielder he's been described as, and I hope he can be someone that can play a massive part for this season in the middle, whether that's paired with Matty Palmer, whether we do a switch of formation, or whether someone else comes in to replace Palmer. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. Second signing. You started his career as a winger, sort of may allude to that he might have a bit of pace about him. Again, last season, I looked at the side and I thought, who's really fast in that side? Kellen Gordon is a quick player, but didn't play that much, didn't feature regularly enough. Jody's got a bit of pace about him. Bedu's got pace about him, but can we have a bit more pace? These days, football is all about pace. So everything on paper points to a good signing. I've already seen Huddersfield fans wishing him well, saying, hope he develops. We've got a history of developing some good players. You look at Patterson, goalkeeper now going into the Premier League. You look at George Abbott, for example, developing players on loan, young players, and clubs are going to get a reputation. If we can do the same with Tom for us from Huddersfield. Again, only grows a reputation of being a side that can take in really good quality players that have got a good reputation and making them even better. Fantastic start for me to the day. Are we going to have any more? I don't know. If there is going to be a manager signing today, let me know who you think it's going to be if you're watching the video before it happens. I think we'll definitely know by the end of the week. It did sound like that. But a solid start, getting in a young midfielder to replace Abbott, box to box. Sounds like he could be quick, energetic, already played a few games at League One level. And I'm hopeful. That we've had a bit of a lull. There's been impatient. I've been a bit impatient myself. As you go on a season when you got to the playoffs and all of a sudden nothing happens. But maybe this could be the start now. Players are back in only a few weeks. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you think of the signing. Let me know who you think the managerial announcement will be over either today or the next couple of days. And let's see what is next to come through the door at Med Lane.